We're at the 142nd Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show. Launched in 1877, it is America's second longest continuously held sporting event behind the Kentucky Derby. To fully grasp Westminster's place in history, it predates the invention of the light bulb, the automobile, the zipper, the building of the Brooklyn Bridge, basketball, and the establishment of the World Series in baseball. There are some 2,800 dogs here, all competing for that most coveted award in the dog show world, Best in Show at Westminster. So let's go meet some of the handlers and owners and also see some of the personalities of these purebred dogs. With us, Gail, director here at the 142nd Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show. Tell our audience what they can expect today.
We have so many wonderful dogs here today. We have 2,800, as you said. They are coming from all 50 states and 16 other countries. Today we have the hound, toy, non-sporting, and herding breeds. And then tomorrow, of course, is sporting, working, and terrier.
And what's special about this year?
Well, we've been highlighting breeds of Chinese origin because it is the Chinese New Year next week, and we have several breeds that are ancient dogs that are still lovely pets today that are of Chinese origin, like Pekingese, Chinese Cresteds, Chow Chows. What else do we have? Shih Tzu, Chinese Shar-Pei, there's lots of them. And so we think it's great to just highlight a breed and make sure the public knows that although they're fun-loving breed, they have a really long history, and that's really interesting about those breeds.
And this is also a benching show here. Do you want to explain to our audience what that means?
So for 142 years, Westminster has been a bench show, which means all the dogs have to stay on site and they're categorized by their breed. So it's very easy for the public to come, find the bearded collies or whatever breed they're interested in, talk to the breeders, owners, and handlers, and learn more about those breeds in case you're interested in bringing one home.
And it's a lot of work, though. I know I have nephews, and sometimes I forget how much work is involved.
Well, you're right, there's a lot of work involved in dog ownership, and that's why we want people to be educated and find out the exercise needs, the grooming needs, and the temperaments of these breeds if you're considering bringing one home. Do your research. It's a 15-year commitment, hopefully, and you want to make sure you have a wonderful family member.
And just to end this, dates back to 1877.
It's good to remember that in 1877, people were doing exactly the same thing we're doing here, which is celebrating our dogs and our love of dogs.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
We're at the Westminster Dog Show, 142 years now. Now tell me, who is this?
This dog is named Blue. He's an Old English Sheepdog. His registered name is Grand Champion Silver Dandelion's Blue Thunder.
And tell me about Blue.
Blue is from Southern California. He is 4 years old. He weighs 92 pounds. And he lives at home with 2 Siberian Huskies.
Oh, I love you.
He loves people. He's not shy.
You love people. And tell me about the grooming of a dog like this.
This is a double-coated breed, so when you groom the dog, you have to groom all the way down to the skin. This dog has a very harsh outer coat and a soft undercoat. So it's very water repellent. To groom out a dog, I would say take at least an hour and a half to 2 hours once a week. This is a high-maintenance dog.
This is a high-maintenance sheds?
No, they don't shed. They're like poodles and Bichon Frises. They mat, which is why it's important to brush the dog down to the skin. A lot of people who keep them as pets keep them in what's called puppy cut, which is 1.5 inches to 2 inches a coat. Okay. And that would mean taking the dog to the groomers every 4 to 6 weeks.
All right. And outdoors?
This dog has 24-hour access to the house. He prefers to sleep outside at night. We live in Southern California, so it's not very cold, but he likes the cold.
Oh, he likes the cold.
He likes the cold.
So you like it outside. Oh, you must be loving New York, huh? Look
and in the summertime when it's hot, he sleeps. We have tile throughout most of the house, and the dogs all have their individual fans. So he loves to sleep in front of a fan on the floor.
He likes the fan on the floor.
He does.
Cuddly dog type?
He's a very cuddly dog. But he also carries a lot of water in his beard, so when he's been drinking, and he's coming towards you, and his face is wet. It's just like a tidal wave.
What will they be looking for?
What they'll be looking for, in the judge's opinion, how closely the dog conforms to the AKC breed standard. A standard on the Old English Sheepdog, he is big for an Old English. He's 27 inches tall, but we have no upper limit on size. And this dog is 27 inches tall and 27 inches long, and the breed standard specifically states a square dog. And he is square. He has good leg. The judge will look at his bite, his head, the overall coat texture, movement, and compare that in their mind to the other dogs, and in the ring, and whatever one the judge picks is the one that wins today.
Oh, well, good luck there.
Thank you very much. And this is Blue's first year to be invited to Westminster. He finished number 4 in the country in Old English Sheepdogs last year, and we're very, very happy to be here.
Oh, this is your first year here.
This is his first year with an invitation.
With the invitation.
So that makes it special.
Oh, so what a special year.
It has been.
Well, good luck there.
Thank you.
Those big eyes, huh?
He does. They have big round eyes. They have small ears given the size of the dog. And they have no tail. Their tails are docked when they're 3 days old. They're yes, you can pet him if you like. He's wonderful with children. He's wonderful with people. Thank you.
We see. Well, thank you so
And he's good with other dogs.
Oh, he's good with other dogs.
He lives with 2 Siberian Huskies.
Oh, okay.
And
So all your dogs like to go outside.
they do. Yeah. We live in the mountains north of Los Angeles.
In the mountains.
4,000 feet above sea level. So this is we live literally in the middle of nowhere. So he's enjoying life in the big city, and he's having a good time. He went to visit relatives this weekend. My aunt is in assisted living in New Jersey, and he's not a service dog. He's not a trained therapy dog. But we were allowed to bring the dog in to visit, and I was concerned about how he would do, because being around people in wheelchairs and walkers was absolutely fabulous. He went and saw my aunt, and the administrator came by and said, let's take him to see all the other residents in the home, and did a fabulous job.
Well, maybe you have another career.
Maybe another career, yes.
Career here.
Yes.
Uh-oh. I could see where you could make people happy.
He does. The sheepdogs are they're big, goofy dogs. And so many people had these as children in the 1960s. It's the type of dog that people are just drawn to because of the coat and just the look on the dog. Of course, the general public generally only sees these guys when they're clean. They haven't seen them when they've been running in the rain, so they don't always look like this. And when you wash him, it takes about a good 15 minutes to get him completely wet. The water just rolls off of them. They're pretty water repellent. And to dry the dog in New York, if I gave him a whole body bath, it would probably take at least 3 to 4 hours.
Oh, really?
Yesterday, I just washed his whites, and it took 2 hours to dry.
Oh, wow.
Because there's so much more humidity in the air here than where we live.
I know, my hair today looks terrible because of the humidity.
Yeah.
We were talking about that.
Yep.
So your hair do, huh?
Yep. Well, when his hair is wet, it kind of kinks up, and then we just blow it straight out.
Causing a commotion. She's not still in the ring. She moves every foot, every time I stack her, only when the judge comes.
And tell us about the breed.
The breed, it's lovable, it's loyal, it's fun. They like to curl up in bed and take all the room because they like to stretch out once they get up there. And they're all-round dogs. They love the warm weather, they like to swim, they like to winter and play in the snow, which I love. And they're beautiful. What's not to love about them? Look at them. We're both co-owners, and my mom bred her.
Okay, and you're the owner. Tell me about causing a commotion.
She loves her tennis ball. It's her favorite toy. She will play tennis ball for hours upon end.
We got to the hotel yesterday, and the bellhop dropped the bin that had the ball and the towels in it. She picked them up for him and gave them to him. So she was helping the bellhop yesterday. She was a singleton puppy. She was the only one in the litter. So there really was no pick. She was the pick. So she was a little fat puppy because she got all the food.
And tell me about the breed.
again, they're really lovable dogs. First and foremost, she's our family dog. She sleeps in bed with us every night. We enjoy her as a faithful companion. She does a lot of therapy work. She has about 300 grandmas and grandpas rooting for her at the nursing home. So they're all looking forward to
Her
her
husband
being
gets
here.
mad at me when I show her if I yell at her at all. That's why she gets away with everything. Because I'm not allowed to yell at her. Because her husband yells at me. That's my baby, don't yell at her.
My baby. Oh, oh, good. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Did she show today already? Or?
She did. She made the cut. She did really well. She just turned 3, so she's young in this field of, great dogs. But she is a Best in Show specialty winner, so we're having fun with her. This is kind of her year of debut, so this is her outing here at Westminster. So couldn't miss Westminster.
She took half of the year off because she was on maternity leave.
She had
babies.
Yep.
So she had a
We
litter.
show her daughter.
She had a litter with 7 puppies, 3
Yep.
girls and 4 boys. Her daughter's an up and coming star too.
Yep. So she's actually pretty fit for being a mommy of not too long ago. So
Yeah.
she came back to show them all she can have babies and come out and still win.
Oh.
And with limited showing, she's the number 13 golden bitch in the country.
Yeah.
Causing a commotion.
Yes,
Oh,
she is.
What a beauty. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good luck.
Thank you.
We're here at the 142nd Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show with us Erin Turkin, who was a manager.
Marketing manager at AKC Pet Insurance.
And what we want to find out, we have all these dogs here, purebred pups, dogs. What is pet insurance?
So pet health insurance is like health insurance for people. Works a little bit differently since it's fairly new. There's no veterinary network or provider network. So the way it works is you go to the vet, you pay your bill as normal, and then you would submit a claim form and your invoice to the pet insurance company, and then we would reimburse you for the eligible expenses. So as a positive for that, you can go to any vet, any licensed veterinarian in the whole United States of your choice. And it can cover anything from accidents to illnesses to cancer. We have wellness plan options that'll reimburse for vaccines and flea and tick preventative. So there's really a lot of options with pet insurance. It's been growing dramatically in the last few years. We're seeing, I think, 14% increases year after year in the prevalence of it.
What's the upside?
The upside is that for me, even for me and my own pets, is that if your dog does have some type of, whether it be something catastrophic or just something small, you don't have to think about, well, how much is this going to cost and can I afford it to treat this? Is you have pet insurance and you know that, it's going to be covered and you're going to get reimbursed. So, most people say the number one reason they purchase pet insurance is because it gives them peace of mind knowing they don't have to make a decision about their pet's health based on finances.
And then are there different brackets, sort of, the gold and the silver and...
Yeah, so every company does it a little differently. Some companies have kind of option A, B, C that you get to choose from, which changes your monthly premium amount. Something that's about our pet insurance that's a little different is we offer a lot of options. It's very customizable. So, there's some people who want it to cover every little thing. There's some people who want it to cover just the catastrophic things. So you can really create a plan that fits your individual needs and budget. I mean, you can make a premium be as low as $15 a month up to $150 a month if you want, really extensive coverage and limits.
So it's been a success, I see. And what happens if you get a dog and something happens to it? You buy an expensive dog, and I mean, do you cover that, or is that under a different?
So if in the event of
it dies or something.
Okay. Yeah, so if in the unfortunate case that if a pet does have to be euthanized or died, we do cover the cost of the whatever veterinary care was entailed in that, and that's a good question because a lot of people think that pet insurance is like life insurance, and it's not. So there is no reimbursement for the cost of the pet. Yeah. As AKC Pet Insurance, we have a breeder support program that's specifically geared towards reaching breeders, having someone that knows and understands what their desires are, what their needs are. That's a new thing, and we're seeing that as a huge success. Breeders really like having like a point of contact where they can ask questions and learn about what type of pet insurance is going to be best for their puppies.
Well, sounds helpful.
Yeah, we're excited about it. I mean, the growth of it, I think, is the most exciting part. Just seeing that it is really becoming an integral part of, pet health care.
We're here at the 142nd Westminster Dog Show. Now tell me what type of dog this is.
It's a Black Russian Terrier.
A Black Russian Terrier, and tell me about some of its traits.
They're bred by the Russian military to be protection dogs for the handlers.
And tell me how much she weighs, or well, who are they, first of all?
This is Ollie, and he's 2 3/4, and he's about 125. And that's Arisha, and she's #1 female of all time in USA. And she just had her litter with Ollie, and so she's still losing a little bit of baby fat. So she's about 130 right now, but she should be about 125.
And tell me about. Woo! Hey, that's a pretty powerful dog there. Tell me about first of all, maintenance.
High maintenance. They require a lot of grooming. It can take up to 3 hours to blow dry one. Even without a show coat, you're looking at an hour to an hour and a half to really dry them, because they have newfie in their background, and so their coats are very waterproof and hold the water.
Do they go into water at all?
Some do. Some don't like it. Some do. I have one guy that loves the water, but he will go get to where I keep my life jackets and the doggy life jackets. And once he wants to go in there, he runs over and tells me he wants the life jacket, and then he runs back in once he's got his life jacket on.
And they're nice with children and family?
Yes, they're good with kids. They're really good with their families, but they are aloof to strangers. And so you have to be very aware of their body language with new people.
And this is your friend here. Say a few words.
I have Black Russians too, and just like she said, they're great family dogs. They get along with anything in the family. They are high maintenance. Just by having one like this doesn't mean it's going to be like this. You have to invest the time in grooming it, loving it, and carrying it. But the best dogs you'll ever own.
And what made you decide to get a Black Russian?
The first time I went to a dog show, it was the first dog I saw on the grooming table.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Then I knew I wanted to get one.
Where do you get a dog like this? I mean,
There's in the U.S. or you can import. It's not a really popular breed, but they are becoming more popular. So you can find breeders in the U.S.
Like she said, you can find them. My first one was from Canada. My second was from Ukraine. But now you don't have to go abroad. You can buy one here in the United States.
Do you have a little Russian in you?
No.
But you become very familiar with Russian people, and you become a lot of really good friends in Europe through these dogs.
And do you have a lot of space wherever you're at so that the dog can run?
Yes. And you have to socialize these guys. Yes.
They love to be inside with you. Like if I leave them outside, they'll be out by the back door wanting to come back inside with you. But if you go outside, they want to be where you are.
They do?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, here we are, 142nd Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show. Look at these beauties. Yeah, boy. Do they eat a lot?
6 cups a day, usually.
6 cups a day.
Yes.
Yeah. And the males can sometimes eat more.
Yes.
Well, here you have it.
Okay.
Black Russian.
Yes. Best dogs.
The best dogs, so they say. Okay, and who do we have here?
This is Wiz.
And what type of dog is Wiz?
He's a Finnish Spitz.
And tell me about the breed.
The breed comes from Finland, the national dog of Finland. They're bred to hunt a particular bird over in Finland. They run in the fields and ahead of the hunter. They spot the birds in the trees. They stand there, they bark. They're also known as the barking dog. They have a consistent bark. Their tail flashes, they wag it. It's supposed to hit the sun so the hunter can see it, and they can go find the bird, and then they can shoot the bird. and that's what their job is. So, fairly easy job.
So it likes the outdoors.
Yes, they love the outdoors, love to run.
They love to run. Oh, and what type of temperament?
Very friendly, some of them can be really laid back. Some of them are more hyper. It depends on the breed, on the dog. He's a little bit more hyper. He's very active, but they can run and jog, and they can be a calm house dog, and then they can also go out and run with you in the park or go jogging or whatever.
They go with children?
Yeah, yes, they are. So that's.
And how much grooming does it take?
Not too bad. I give him a bath and then I line brush him just to get the coat out. They got a double coat. When they shed, you just got to get the coat out, and then, then it grows back in. So, but, he's bathed about once every 3 days just because he's a show dog, to keep the coat in and keep it nice color and everything. Here, Wiz. Yes. He says, yes, I see kids and other dogs down there.
What's his recent award?
He is the all-time best in show winner for the breed. He's won 4 national specialties. He won the breed here last year. He's undefeated at national specialties and at the AKC championship show. So he's won the breed all 4 years that he's been down there. He's an English import, so he's an English champion. He got his championship in Canada and also here. So he's doing pretty good. So.
And just in general on dogs, how do you feed him? I mean, how often or?
He gets fed once every evening. After he's through with his run at night, he comes in, gets his food before he goes to bed. And that's it. He gets his treats. He likes his treats. He likes string cheese. So, and I brought chicken livers this weekend. He really likes those.
Is that what makes him happy?
That's what makes him happy. Food. He's a very oriented food dog. Yes, he likes his food. So.
And how does he like New York City?
Actually, we've been walking on the streets every night, and he just takes it all in stride and goes. So, but yeah, we're from Kansas, so he's used to the country. But
how did you get here? Did you fly or did you drive?
We drove in. 24 hours we drove in. So.
What do you think about flying pets or?
I don't particularly like to fly myself, so if I can drive someplace, I'll drive. He travels so much that he don't care, but so. But yes, he is. Yes, he is. But his other mama lives up in Albany, New York, so he gets to travel back and forth. But yes, so.
Is he from a line of winning dogs or?
On the English side, yes. Yeah, since he's an English import, he's the first over here, but I've had 1 litter out of him, and his son has already finished his championship, and he has a daughter that needs 1 point to finish, and then another daughter that's on her way, so he's doing pretty good. So.
Well, good luck there.
So, thank you very much.
Thank you.
So.
This is Trent, a giant Schnauzer.
And tell me about the breed.
The breed's mostly used for guarding and working, and they're very intelligent and very sharp dog. They have to be well socialized.
And how far have you come to compete in this?
We're from Long Island, about an hour and a half.
And tell me the maintenance on the dog.
The grooming is very extensive. They're hand stripped, so to get the wiry coat, and takes about an hour and a half for every show.
And does he like children?
Yes. He's grown up, but we have a few kids at home.
Okay. Hey, here you go. Did he show already?
Yes, we did.
Oh, how'd you do?
He got an award of merit.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, first of all, this is Skye?
Yes, this is grand champion, bronze grand champion, Habaton Sky's the limit, and she's got her herding championship, which is very difficult to get. So she got her herding championship in November, and then a week later we flew to Germany to the World Dog Show, where she won Vice, they call it Vice World Winner. She was the second best Border Collie bitch there out of 107 bitches. Skye, look over here. Come here.
So she's been quite active.
Oh, very busy. Very busy. And she's going to have puppies this summer.
Oh.
Yeah, so, and she's a bronze grand champion, so that means, and she's almost a silver. If she wins today, in about maybe 3 more times, she'll be a silver grand champion. So, I mean, the main story about Skye is that she's a show dog, but she's also a really, really good herding dog.
America's Dog Show has its roots in the 1870s when a group of sporting gentlemen would go to their favorite hotel bar, which was downtown New York City near Union Square, and they would trade stories about their shooting accomplishments as well as their dogs and the abilities of their dogs. Well, one night over cocktails, they decided, let's start a dog show. And then they decided to name it after their favorite hotel, which was Westminster. So hence, the Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show was born. And the winner of the 142nd Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show, Best in Show, was a Bichon named Flynn. As part of his post-victory media appearances, he stopped in at Sardi's restaurant in the Theater District here in New York City to lunch.
How did he like the chicken, you think?
Well, he liked the chicken because he usually eats Pro Plan Purina, so this is a little extra treat. But he's a good eater. He likes good food.
So how has been the past 24 hours or the past 12 hours been for you and Flynn?
Very exciting, very tiring, but fun.
Did you expect this outcome when you went?
No, never expected at Westminster. You just come prepared for the worst case scenario and hope for the best.
We at home expected it.
Oh, his temperament is awesome. He's just, this is a breed that was bred to be circus dogs, so they're really bred to entertain people. And so he has a really sweet, he's tired now. Usually he would be, doing his paws at you like, pick me up, pick me up. He has a super temperament. He will be 6 years old in March. And he's done being a show dog now. He's gonna go home and play in the snow and chase cats. They're just smart, fun. Is that the kind of way you mean? Yeah. Good family dogs, good companions.
And then he's getting ready to retire?
He's going to go home and just be a dog, enjoy his life.
Best. Oh, I can't. I'm having separation anxiety. Straight from my show to the Best in Show.